Hi, it is Sunday, November 20th. We're in San Antonio. We're on the Riverwalk. Behind me is the stage. I don't know. Oh,
the Arneson River Theater.
It's very historic. So we've not been blogging lately, and today is our catch-up. So I'm going to start with. We rode from Ames, Texas into Houston. I think it was probably the most biker-friendly inn. So we rode on 90 on a huge shoulder, and then we rode frontage roads and roads with bike trails, so that was very good. Probably the easiest ride into a city we've had. When we got there, we met up with Rich and Monique and had dinner with them, and got to see Riley. We hadn't seen her since the summer, and she's getting so big and super, super mobile. So that was fun. And then the next day we had a day off, and we were going to spend it in Houston hanging out, and we were going to do laundry. And so we started to collect things for the laundry, went out in the garage, and locked ourselves out of the house. So we spent the next 3 hours in the garage cleaning our bikes and speaking with Monique and Rich's builder, and finally Rich came and rescued us, and then we really started our day. We went to the St. Arnold's Brewery, and had a tour there by the owner and got to sample some of the beers. Really, really good beers. They distribute only in Texas and a very small portion of Louisiana. We rode back and had dinner with Monique and Rich again. Awesome steaks and salad and potatoes. We woke up the next morning, and they had to get ready and go to the airport. And when they drove to the airport, Chris went with them and picked up a rental car, and we cheated and we drove from their house in Houston to San Antonio and got here last night and had a couple hurricanes and then dinner. We probably should have done and dinner and we had dinner at Joe's Crab Shack, and the food was really good. Crashed out, and then this morning we woke up and have been hanging out in San Antonio along the Riverwalk and doing some planning for next week. So you can see the tour boat going behind me. Tonight we're going to get dinner and a couple drinks, and then we're off tomorrow to head towards Austin. So Chris is next. He made me go first this time, so Chris is next. Bye.
Okay, so like Jen said, we've had a couple days off now. We've kind of started our lazy section of the trip. We've got Thanksgiving coming up, and we were in Houston visiting Monique and Rich, so a few days off there. And thanks to some generous gifts from Michelle and Dave a long time ago when we first started this trip, we got a few days here in a nice hotel in San Antonio. So we're right here downtown by the Riverwalk, and we've just been chilling out. One thing that Jen didn't mention about locking ourselves out of the garage is that we spent like half an hour attempting to pick the lock or jimmy the door open, and it turns out that Jen and I are not ever going to be successful cat burglars. We're just pathetic at it. And at some point in time, I was ready to just like take a hammer to the doorknob and smash it open and just get us into the house. But Jen said I wasn't allowed to damage somebody else's property while we were a house guest. So I started heading out to the street to find ourselves maybe a total stranger that would let us make some phone calls and see if we couldn't track down Rich and Monique. Problem being, of course, that their phone numbers were on our cell phones, which were inside the house. And we got super lucky to have their builder be there, and he had their numbers, got us on speed dial right to them, and worked everything out. So a day spent cleaning the bikes instead of a day huddling in the garage in our pajamas, so not too bad. Also, just for the record, whenever you go to patios for hurricanes, remember that one hurricane is a good idea, 2 hurricanes is a mistake. It seems like a good idea at the time, but it's always a mistake, because 2 hurricanes will lead to hangovers. So we've had today on the Riverwalk. It's been really pretty. Just wandering around and seeing the sights, checking out some of the local galleries and things like that, and and we're gonna go to dinner here in a little bit and go watch some football and have a few beers. Maybe check out a piano bar or something like that. We're not quite sure, but should be a good time, and we'll let you know how our bike ride goes towards Austin starting tomorrow. All right, bye guys.